Okay, so we're trying that again. I did promise a second video with a second box opening because I was going to open 2 boxes on one video, but I was having issues with the focus on the camera, and I'd kind of already started to kind of just stop halfway through. So we're going to try this again now, and hopefully we have a slightly better experience. So far, so good. So in the first video, we managed to hit 3 hits in the first box. We got a Alt Art SP Usohachi. I'll show you. We also got a Secret Rare Lore, and we got an Alt Art Yellow Luffy. So that box was pretty decent, I'd say. The SP is obviously the major hit, the Secret Rares are always good, and then the Alt Art Luffy is quite nice as well. It's like a Gum Gatling Barrage, something like that. So because we did go through the commons and uncommons quite detailed in that first video, we're not going to spend too much time on them with this one. We'll just go through them and try and get a look at the hits, if we get any. So far, we are not off to the best start, but the nice thing about these Bandai boxes is that, for the most part, the hits are sort of guaranteed, I guess. So you get 2 to 3 per box, and I've never really seen anything outside that. They're very, very consistent with the pull ratios. Some people like that, some people don't like that. I know some people prefer the gamble, being able to hit anywhere between, I don't know, 1 to 4 or 5 with some of the other games. But some people like to buy a box knowing that they're going to get their 2 hits, possibly a third one. We've got an SR Monet. I don't mind the art on this just for an SR, it's quite nice. Yeah, so some people prefer knowing that they're going to get 2 to 3 hits per box, but I guess the biggest concern with that is, obviously, you get the concern with, is the box now dead? Have the hits been taken if you're buying loose boosters? Never buy loose boosters unless you're buying it from a store. Don't buy loose boosters online, especially with Bandai product, because you very, very certainly run the risk of getting, we'll call them tampered packs, but I guess dead boosters, knowing that they've taken all the hits from the box. Another Rocinante. Bellamy. So what would I like to see from this box? Obviously a manga rare would be very much welcome. That would be very, very, very much welcome. We've already hit an SP. I would really like to hit that Divine Departure alt art, so I can get that on video and show that one off. But if we don't get that one, then one of the alt art leaders would be nice to be able to show that art style off as well. But whenever a new One Piece set comes out, it always is fun to read some of the cards and just see what type of decks we can brew with. Even though I personally believe that One Piece is not too much of a brewer's card game, it's very difficult to beat meta decks with jank decks, we'll say. Not to say that it can't happen or that you can't have a run with a less favorable deck in a large event. It's just very difficult to do so, I think. So SR Smoker, which is in Tashigi's body. Another one of those body swap cards from the Punk Hazard arc. 5-drop 7k with Banish. Activate main, set one of your Don cards as active, then you cannot set Don cards as active using character effects during the turn. So this seems pretty useful. 5-drop 7k is, you know, reasonably statted, and it's got Banish. And then it effectively gives you 11 Don for the turn. But you cannot combo it with something like Cavendish to restand more, for an example. So it seems like a reasonable alternative, as you don't need to attack to get that restand. speaking of Cavendish. Baby 5, Vinsmoke Sanji, and Kiros. So this, I guess, is a... I don't really want to call it strictly better, but it's a different version of the SR Borsellino from OP10. I believe that one was an 8k, and it bottom decked a 4 or less. So this is a 5 or less, but it bounces it back to hand. So it's a little bit more flexible, it's got a little bit more power, but they do get to replay the card, which, for the most part, is fine. Like, they've got to spend their turn replaying the card that you've just bounced. You're gaining a lot of tempo doing that, so that's probably going to be a pretty decent card. Alright, so we're halfway through the box, and we have not had any hits yet. When I say hits, I mean alt arts or secret rares. Gotten 4 SRs so far. Here's that kid leader. Divine Departure. So there's our alt art done for the set. We did show that off in the last video, but we'll have a quick look at that again. So, Doflamingo, like I said in the previous video, not my favorite alt art Don, but some people may like that one. Rock, Frankie, Caesar Clown. So I think this is cool. I think with 6-ish leaders per set, obviously a few of them aren't going to be very good, but I think at the very least OP10 brings a variety of interesting leaders to the game. Whether they're playable, I mean, like meta relevant or not, I think the leaders in this set, for the most part, all look pretty interesting. At least to be able to muck around with for fun. Marco and Zoro. So I would say I'm getting worried, but I kind of just mentioned earlier that the hits are almost guaranteed in a box of Bandai, so they're probably all just stacked to the bottom of the left side. Or we will get the first error box I've seen at least, but I'm not too concerned. San Juan Wolf, Punk Hazard, Buffalo, Hyruden, Cavendish, Treble with the Snot, Baby 5 with the Hawkins, and Toshigi. So we saw that one in the previous video. Seems reasonable. I don't like that it's a 3-drop 4k, but it is a 2k counter, so that's worth something, I would suggest. Brownbeard, funny character. Nami, Room, Pika, Shiryu, and okay, so this is a alt art Kuzan. This guy seems pretty reasonable. Cannot be removed from the field by your opponent's effects. And activate main, you can trash him to draw a card. Then play a Blackbeard pirate type character with a cost of 5 or less other than Kuzan from trash. So he can sit on the field. He can't be removed by effects. He has to be taken out by battle. And then you can get rid of him to draw a card and then swap him out with a different 5-drop with the Blackbeard typing. Doesn't have any counter power, but it seems not too bad to be able to reach for other pieces, so it could turn into, say, a Burgess, which will effectively change it from a 5k body to a possibly like 10k body. Corona, Fighting Fish, Apu, Mocha, Killer Lim, and Rebecca again. Alright, we have 4 packs left, so I'm going to assume within those 4 packs we're going to have an Alt Don, 1 more SR, hopefully 2 more hits. It's looking unlikely, but stranger things have happened. Aha, so that's an Alt Art Rebecca. This looks really nice. I like the flowers. I thought this was an SP for a sec just because of the type of artwork, but it wouldn't be. Really cool. Again, I don't know how good that card's going to be. but it's a nice looking one. Cub, Leo, and Chopper. So this tells me that we're going to have one more SR and one more alt on, so we're probably not getting another alt art in this box or secret rare, which is a little bit sad, but that's okay. Yep, there's our SR, and we know that we get 2 of these per box, so let's not even, yeah. So the Usopp leader, the NL, the Frankie, and second alt Don. So just to recap from those 2 boxes, in the first box we got the alt art Luffy, we got the Law secret rare, and we got the SP Uso Hachi. And then in this box we got the alt art Kuzan, and we got the alt art Rebecca. You can sort of see why I thought that was an SP to begin with, just because of the art style, but that's definitely an alt art because this card is in this set. Cool. Thanks for watching.